thought that was going to happen just as I yawned.
tonight's series right here. So to get us going, let's go trackside here and join tonight's opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise as our colors are presented by the United States Army Nashville Recruiting Battalion. Master and standing for invocation delivered tonight by Joe Nels, pastor of Family Baptist Church in Lebanon, Tennessee.
Heavenly Father, we thank you tonight for all your blessings. You said in all things give thanks. So we want to thank you tonight for these mighty machines that you brought before us. Thank you for the Dodges and the Toyotas. Thank you for the Fords. And most of all, we thank you for Roush and Yates partnering to give us the power that we see before us tonight. Thank you for GM Performance Technology and the R07 engines. Thank you for Sunoco Racing Fuel and Goodyear tires that bring performance and power to the track. Lord, I want to thank you for my smoking hot wife tonight, Lisa. My two children, Eli and Emma, or as we like to call them, the little E's. Lord, I pray you bless the drivers and use them tonight. May they put on a performance worthy of this great track. In Jesus' name, boogity, 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 amen.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for our next event, presented by David Flowers.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Racing for a Cause TV. Tonight, Friday night action, TRRL here at Charlotte, North Carolina, Charlotte Motor Speedway for 100 laps of action featuring the guys over at TRRL and the Truck Series. My name is Chris. With me up in the booth tonight, we've got Rick Hammond Jr., and we've got Rick Greenaway. We'll call him Greeny. Junior, how's it going tonight, bud?
It's going good, Chris. Happy Friday, man. Hope everybody had a great 4th of July weekend. I'm excited to be down here in Charlotte to watch these guys race the trucks at TRRL Series, ready to take on Charlotte Motor Speedway, man. What a good way to end the week.
Yeah, it really is. And Greeny, how you doing tonight, bud?
I'm doing great. It's nothing like little trucks on Friday night. You know, we've had the week off in our league, so I'm excited. Some great iRacing action here at TRRL.
Yeah, tonight's going to be real fun. I have a feeling we've got a lot of trucks out there on the track, so this should be very entertaining. Man, I can't wait to get the action going, and it is going to be going here pretty soon. I guess we can talk about a few things, and the first one is, not to toot our own horn, but Racing for a Cause next month is going to be doing the Dog Days 250. It's a charity event. 250 laps at Bristol, August 3rd and 4th. 3rd for qualifying, 4th for the actual race. Man, looking forward to that. And let's see, Racing for a Cause also back in action next Monday night with the K&N cars, and Wednesday night with the late model. We'll talk more about that later. For tonight, though, again, here we are, Charlotte Motor Speedway, and the air temperature, kind of warm. Humidity is okay. Forecast is clear. Rick, take us through it, bud.
Yeah, right now, Chris, you know, the weather is clear, winter clear skies, 72 degrees, 72 track temperature, winds northwest 9 miles per hour. Relative humidity is a little bit sticky there at 57%, but I think it's going to do these trucks really well under the lights, Chris. I think it's going to be a really good race.
Yeah, I think so. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch. And Dre Broadcasting coming on in. How you doing, bud? So we have right now 19 trucks out on track. One more looks like he may be trying to connect. That'd make 20. That'd be a very, very entertaining race. We're just doing pit parties right now as part of practice. Qualifying should be coming up pretty soon.
Trey Broadcasting, it's great to see you guys come out here, man. I know you have a truck out here tonight, the number 61 of David Everly, driving that Dre Broadcasting.net Chevrolet Silverado. It's going to be awesome to watch that. It's a really good paint job. Hopefully he does well. Oh, okay, great, awesome. Hey, well, we're glad to see you here in the TRRL. I know that they've been looking for some good drivers, Dave, so good luck tonight, buddy. I hope you do good, and we're definitely going to be keeping an eye on that number 61 truck.
Boy, if the action tonight is anything like the pit party, holy cow, these guys are getting aggressive out there.
Right now I'm showing on the top of qualifying. You have it up there thanks to Rick Greenaway there with Greenaway Motorsports Productions making the new qualifying ticker for us. But there's our last week's winner, the number 69, Aiden Young, is holding the pole right now, Chris. So that's pretty cool to see.
Yeah, Aiden had a very, very nice race last week. Corey Blevins in the 24 truck. Jason Burgess, Vernon Margam, Adam Eisenhower. Jason Eisenhower, what do we got? Brothers there, maybe? It'd be interesting to figure that out. Andrew Cardinal, Marty Ray, and Bucky Burt. Ryan W. Daniels, that's your top 10 so far. Well, good luck to you, bud. It's going to be, it looks like the trucks are moving here tonight, so it's going to be a very, very entertaining race. Greenie, you're our truck guy. Tell me what the trucks feel like on this track right now.
Well, they got a lot of grip right now because it's temperature is nice, not a lot of humidity. It's a big track, so you're gonna be able to see 1 to 2 grooves be able to work in here at Charlotte with these trucks. These trucks they're not bouncing the splitter up and down. The trucks are gonna handle beautifully. It's just depending on that splitter. But it should be a good race. I expect to see some fast speeds, especially being at night, which we got a lot of grip. And trucks just seem to like Charlotte a lot, so I'm hoping to see some good action here tonight with these trucks.
Yeah, me too. And we see a little bit of a blink scenario going on there. Hopefully that's not the case for the whole night. Hey, it's never too early. I want to thank everybody out there that's watching. And I want to thank all the drivers that came out to race these trucks here at Charlotte Motor Speedway tonight from the TRRL guys. Really appreciate you coming out and racing. Really appreciate all the viewers for watching and talking to us. Man, I've said it 100 times. Well, maybe not 100, but pretty darn close at this point. If you guys weren't out here watching, if we didn't have the drivers out there racing, we'd just sit here talking to each other, and that gets boring after a while. So thank you very much for coming on out. We're just watching some of the action here, and these guys are definitely hauling. Some pretty good looking trucks out there. Junior, who are you looking at right now?
You know, right now it's going to be kind of hard, Chris. My main man, who I usually pull for every week while we broadcast the TRRL, is not showing up here on the driver's registry. Gonna miss John Persing Jr. out there and then out there on the track. So tonight, I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to go with Dre Broadcasting. I really like his truck, Chris, as a painter. That truck looks very good out on the track under these lights, and I'm gonna be pulling for the 61 tonight.
So we got one out for the 61. Greeny, how about you? You looking at anybody tonight?
Well, I'm looking at Corey Blevins, mostly because he drives my number. But I do like that paint scheme on the 24 truck, to be honest with you. But he's fast, so I think I'm gonna be going with the 24 truck today.
Okay. And me, I'm gonna go with who am I gonna go with? I think I'm gonna go with that truck right there. I know he won last week, but there's something about watching this kid drive. He can really motor these trucks. I'm going to go with Aiden Young again in that 69 truck.
Well, it's really good to see here, Chris, that there's a lot of new names showing up tonight. So the Thunder Road Racing League is growing. Congrats and kudos to them. You know, it's good to see some new names out here, and it looks like I'm going to be able to hit pretty much every name tonight, I think, except for Vern. We're just going to call Vern the V-Man. We didn't get a chance to find out exactly how to pronounce his name, but you know, Vern, there's a lot of good new names here, so I'm pretty excited for that.
Yeah, I am too. 21 trucks and counting so far. My goodness, they are definitely stretching out the numbers on the trucks. This is awesome. Well, before we get completely started, I think it's time for a little commercial break. We'll be right back with you. That's it right there, guys. Dog Days 250. Like I said, that's coming next month. So if you haven't looked into it yet, check it out. www.racing4acause.com. Check out the special events page. It's $10 to get in. That money gets split up. $5 to the winner's purse, $5 to the top 3 charity. It's a good thing to do, man. We're trying to get some money, trying to build up that charity. Racing for a Cause is not taking a single cent out of this deal. Not going to earn a penny. All we are is looking for... And there you go, CK. You have been added. Thank you very much, Bucky. And good luck tonight, too. Bucky Burt pulling double duty right now. Trying to race. And, well, I guess triple duty. I'm trying to race, watch the stream, and playing admin. That's awesome. There he is in that 25 truck. Running the Toyota tonight.
So speaking of the Dog Days, Chris, I'm excited for this event. I'm registered along with 2 other my teammates. So and it's going to be a fun time racing super late models under the lights at Bristol. So I'm hoping I can qualify. But with an open setup and everything like that, I think I can find something to my liking. But it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. It's going to be for a good cause. You know, whoever wins gets money for their cause. Second place gets money for their cause. Third place money for their cause. So I'm excited. It's going to be a fun event, and I'm hoping for some outstanding drivers to take part in this.
And that, I'm sure there will be. There's already been several that have signed up, so we're really looking forward to growing that. And, man, next August. But tonight, here we are again, TRRL, Charlotte Motor Speedway. 1.5 mile track. What else do we have for facts on this track, guys?
Well, one that I really like, Chris, is one that is during a typical race weekend, fans consume more than 34,000 slices of pizza, 9,500 gallons of soda and water, 13,500 feet of hot dogs, and they use around 309,000 pounds of ice.
Wow. Burr. And what was the hot dog stat?
The hot dog stat, 13,500 feet of hot dogs are eaten during a typical race weekend at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Wow. Yeehaw. Okay. That's a lot of hot dogs down in North Carolina.
Another cool thing here, Chris, since we're under the lights tonight, Charlotte Motor Speedway became the first modern super speedway to host a night race in 1992.
1992. It's a long time ago, but that kind of tells you how far racing's come. They don't even build a track anymore without lights.
That's very true. You know, there's a lot of tracks that are actually updating. Martinsville next season's going to be having a race under the lights. That's going to be really interesting to see. I know they spent a lot of money updating that track with some new LED lights, and from what I've seen, it looks beautiful. So that's going to be another really exciting race there once they start racing under the lights at the Paperclip in Martinsville.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how long it takes iRacing to kind of catch up to that. But you're absolutely right. In the video footage that I saw, man, those lights are bright. I can't wait to see some cars under those things. CK, Colton King on track. Let's see what we got. 27 truck. I'm assuming that's the same CK. I could be wrong, but I'm going to assume it.
That's another beautiful truck, Chris. Whoever painted that did a very good job. They're backing the boys in blue, the law enforcement officers of the United States of America and abroad. That's a really, really nice paint job there.
Yeah, it really is. Well, qualifying's got to be coming very close to an end. What kind of time do we have here?
Right now we're about 57 minutes into their qualifying of an hour, Chris. So we're just a couple minutes away here from these guys taking the grid.
There we are. It
and
is.
There's one of Racing for a Cause's own. Troy Radford Roy Radford just connected there in the number 28 truck. So it's going to be interesting to see him running here also.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Greeny's teammate over there at GMR Motorsports.
Yes, he was working on some stuff with the team actually. Just filled me in that he was going to be out here racing with the TRRL guys. So I might have to change my my pick for tonight so I don't get yelled at by the boss.
Well, that's one of the nice things out here to see, Chris. You know, leagues helping other leagues, you know, helping them gain the racers, good racers. Troy Radford is one of our great racers here, longtime member of Racing for a Cause. So, you know, this is what it's all about. You know, brothers helping brothers, leagues helping leagues, and make the community great. And I can tell you right now, there is nothing better than league racing on iRacing. I mean, official racing's fun. Going for points and iRating and safety rating and all that stuff is fun, but you know, even when I'm not on the track, even broadcasting on Mondays and Wednesdays, you know, I look forward to being with my brothers and sisters over at Racing for a Cause. So it's really great to see, you know, the backing that these guys are getting, and you know, we wish everybody well.
Corey Blevins checking in. Charlotte, one of my best tracks, and Corey right now qualified second in that 24 truck. So I don't know, Greeny, you said you might have to change, but it's your number. Corey's kind of calling you out, saying it's one of his best tracks.
Yep, but when the owner of your race team says he's going out on the track, you kind of got to go with the owner.
Okay, there you have it. You know what? I'll add Corey to mine. How's that? Can I do that? Can I go for 2 trucks?
Well, hold on. If I can go for 2 trucks, I'll go for my car number and I'll go for my boss. And then I'll have
The 28 truck. That is T-Roy Radford, Troy Radford, stepping into the trucks. I don't know how much he's raced them, so it'll be very interesting to see how he makes the transition over. Most of the cars settling down pit road now. I assume they're probably going over some of the league rules and such at this point. Again, want to thank all the viewers out there. Really appreciate you coming out. Somehow we have grown to 113 viewers in very, very short time. So we appreciate you coming out and checking out Racing for a Cause TV. We may not be the best, but boy, we have the most fun. I guarantee you that.
Oh, that's definite, Chris. You know, this is one of our pride and joys that we started this season. We were talking about it in prior seasons, but here we are doing it, and I'm definitely having a lot of fun doing it here on Friday nights with the TRRL, with you Monday nights with the Racing for a Cause K&N Throwback, and Monday nights with the K&N Throwback over at Racing for a Cause, and Wednesday nights with our late model division. This has definitely been a lot of fun. It looks like these cars are getting ready to grid. Bucky's just going over a few rules since there are so many new people. We have 25 trucks taking the field tonight, Chris.
That is awesome, and you see it right there. Grayson Trexler, Aiden Young, David Everly, Jason Burgess. I believe this is correct. Yes, it is. Yep. Rudy Riddick, the V-Man, Vernon, 6th, Ryan Daniels, 7th, Jason Eisenhower, Travis Lonis, and Austin Lonis. So we are getting ready to get this thing started. 100 laps here tonight, Charlotte Motor Speedway. We're going to be checking it out. And, oh, what do we have here? Oh, same Colton that's right. Okay, so we got 2 of our drivers out there. Sorry, Colton, didn't recognize it, bud. Really didn't recognize it. So we have 2 members out there, guys. Regardless, we're getting ready to take the grid, which means it's time to just turn up a little tunes and get ready for them to start moving. And it looks like the cars are getting ready to move. Rick Hammond, take them away.
All right, Chris. Tonight on the pole, the Keystone Pole Award, Keystone Light Pole Award goes to Aiden Young, and the number 69 next to him is Corey Blevins in the 24. We have 33, Vernon M. taking 3rd, Andrew Cardinal 4th, Jason Burgess 5th, Adam Eisenhower 6th, Marty Ray 7th. The next row, David Kane's 8th, Jason Eisenhower 9th, Ryan W. Daniels rounding out the top 10 in qualifying, Bucky Burt sitting in 11th place, Matthew Skipper 12th, Justin Richard 13th, Justin Anderson 14th, James McIntyre Jr. 15th, Austin Lonis 16th, Grayson Trexler 17th, David Everly in the 61 truck 18th, Travis Lonis in the 18, he is starting 19th, Colton King, Racing for a Cause Zone, is qualified 20th. Matthew Eddins, 21st. Rudy Widrick, 22nd. T. Roy Radford, another Racing for a Cause brother, qualified 23rd. Zach Wingarden, 24th. And rounding out the field is Bradley P. Wilson in that number 88 truck, starting 25th.
And here we go. The green flag has dropped. Aiden Young in the 69 leading the way. Here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, the guys at TRRL getting it on.
These guys definitely took off, got a really good start. Aiden Young's just trying to hold his own, but right there, the number 24, Chris, is looking on the outside, seeing what he can do. Is Corey Blevins going to be able to do it? Not as he entered the corner there. He's going to try to move down behind. Now the field's just starting to get nose to tail. There is a little bit of action going back a little further.
These trucks are definitely moving. First six trucks are nose to tail. After that, we see a little doubling up here. Very clean racing so far. TRRL bringing out the thunder tonight.
Back here watching the 3 truck of David Caines as the 65 goes on the inside. Marty Ray trying to make that pass. It looks like he might be able to do it, Chris, but right behind him is the 36 truck of Jason Eisenhower. He's trying to get into the mix also.
Some really good action so far. Greeny, you got anything going on?
It's pretty quiet in the back of the field. Everybody seems to be single file, a couple double file drivers, but everybody's racing themselves clean and it's pretty quiet. No big moves going on here in the back.
Jake, how you doing tonight, bud? Good to see you out there. Really appreciate you coming out. Got a heck of a good race going so far. 4 laps into a 100-lapper. TRRL bringing you the action. Aiden Young just oh boy, Corey Blevins putting the pressure on with that 24 truck, and he may have him. Lose a little momentum coming out of 4, but oh, at the line, Aiden Young still leading that lap. We'll keep it right here, as there is definitely a fight for the lead. The 24, Corey Blevins, the 69, Aiden Young. Aiden, hold on to that outside line, trying to keep momentum around the corners, and it seems to be working on the straightaways. We'll see if it can continue or not.
Pretty much everybody's nose to tail all the way throughout the field, except until you get to the back, Chris, where they're running a couple wide. But right now I'm watching David Caines in that number 3. He's getting pressure by league owner Bucky Burton, that number 25 Toyota. Bucky's been looking on the inside, looking on the outside, just waiting for his move as they push up into the number 65 of Marty Ray. Try to make a pass on the inside. I don't know if David Caines going to be able to do it.
There you go, another peek up front. 24 car. Definitely holding his line, trying to keep that truck down low. Aiden Young, though, taking advantage, staying on that top line. And his truck holds momentum as he leads another lap. Very, very interesting to see the momentum carrying Aiden Young around, keeping him the lead in that 69 truck. 24 truck, Corey Blevins, really getting a good run there. We'll see if it's enough at the line. Corey Blevins leads the lap. Corey Blevins just led his first lap. He wasn't kidding. This is one of his best tracks.
I'm still watching the race that's going on here for basically 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th, Chris. Right now, Marty Ray in that number 65 South Point truck is trying to figure out what to do. He's staying down low, but he is right next to David Caines. David Caines trying to go on the outside, trying to make that pass, hoping that Vernon maybe moves up a little bit to give him a little bit of help to see what happens as he just does just that. But right now that 65 truck is holding on that inside line and definitely putting pressure on that 3 as the 3 just starts to inch, and Bucky Burt, the 25, steps out behind him to try to help him by, which he did. And now Bucky's going to be trying to get around that number 65 truck, see what happens there.
Yeah, there is a such thing as draft, and it's going to help you here. And that battle is definitely aided by the draft. As you see a 3 truck, he's going around, he's trying to get around Vernon in the 33 now. So David Caines in the 3 trying to make hay while the tires are still pretty fresh. 10 laps in, and it looks like there's a wild party going on towards the rear of the pack. Checking in on the 85 truck. Greeny, you been watching it back here?
I've been watching a couple battles back here. We got the 28 truck of Troy Radford trying to make a pass on the 18 truck. We got the battle with the 85. The 26 and the 16, all those 4 cars are trying to battle for position there. So we got a bunch of battles going back here in the back of the pack, just trying to make sure I get all of them going for you guys.
Dave, I'm not sure of the answer. I don't know if they have a fast fit. I believe they do. Junior, do you recall last week? I'm pretty sure they might.
I do believe that they do have one fast repair, Chris, is the limit here. They also run with no incident limit and no incident count. So, you know, these guys, if something does happen, they are going to be able to get back out onto the track. And Charlotte's a good track to, you know, never good to get into an accident, but if you do, you're going to be able to get back out there pretty quick, even if you take 4 tires and some Sunoco racing fuel along with that fast repair.
Some really good battles going on. Boy, these guys are doing a whale of a job tonight. Very high truck count tonight, and they are taking advantage of it with some really excellent racing.
And the back of the pack, the 28 car, Troy Radford, was finally able to pass the 18 car, and he's dialing in the 64 car, greasing trucks there as we speak.
And we're watching Troy right now on the outside of the 64 truck. Ooh, we got a spinner of the 25, I believe. I believe that was the 25. It is indeed. Bucky Burt goes around and around. I don't see too much damage on the left side. Let's see if we can figure out what happened in a replay.
I was actually watching Bucky there, Chris. He did just get into the wall, moved down into the apron a little bit, and he lost all grip.
All right, well, we're watching it right now. Yes, indeed. He did just kind of tap the wall, scooted down below the line. But, you know what? That's not that big. That could have been much worse. He did a very excellent job, actually, keeping that truck clean. So we're under yellow, lap 15 of 100. Under yellow, Aiden Young got back around Corey Blevins to lead, and actually has led, I'm showing 13 of the 15 laps so far, soon to be 14 of the 15. So Aiden Young in that 69 truck doing a really good job, and they're coming down pit road.
I just wanted to mention the 85 truck of Zach Lindgren. He qualified 24th and is currently 15th, so he's up 9 positions. And it appears the next biggest mover I have is going to be actually Troy Radford, who started 23rd and is currently 19th.
All right, so trucks are definitely making moves out there. They're making passes. I know there's a couple of new guys out there, so everybody's trying to learn what everybody else is doing. Aiden Young, 4 tires and gas, and he's out. That truck has been serviced, and he is going to maintain his lead. All the other trucks coming down are coming out of pit road now, so a very good timed, I think. You know, 15 laps, it's not a horrible time to get a caution flag. Kind of gives everybody a chance to catch their breath. They know what they have at this point, so now they can kind of just relax, and let's hope for a nice long green flag run. Aiden Young goes right through the pace car. That's pretty cool. Looks like they opted for the Porsche tonight.
I don't know right now, Chris. I'm seeing that outside line is probably pretty much the way to go, especially on fresh tires. It seems to be moving a little bit faster than that inside line, so it's going to be interesting to see where Aiden goes. They do get to pick where they want to restart, either on the inside or outside. So, you know, it'll be really interesting to see where he goes and how that pans out for him.
Yeah, it will be. And the only thing I can think is, I agree with you. The outside line is definitely the way to go. You can keep momentum. But on the restart, where you're controlling the restart, do you want... boy, you know, what I'm trying to say is, if you control the restart, does it matter if you're going to be on the top line or bottom line? If you get a good enough restart, even if you're on the bottom, can't you try and get in front of the truck behind you or on the side of you? So I don't know. It could be interesting. Now, who is running 4th place right now? 4th place, the 86 truck of Adam Eisenhower. And Adam's been having a pretty nice looking race so far. So who do you want behind you maybe is the real question.
It's definitely going to come into play. I know watching last week, Aiden Young over at Bristol, he's really good on restarts. And, you know, if he gets a good jump out here, I think he's going to be able to just control where the field goes. But it is going to be interesting because if a couple of guys can push up onto that outside lane and he goes onto the inside, I think he might have a battle on his hands, especially with everybody with some pressure rubber under those trucks. And we're going to see what happens. Looks like Aiden Young is going to be taking the inside lane.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looks like the decision's been made. Aiden Young dropping down to the inside lane. Pace lights are off. The trucks are 2x2. We're getting ready to go back green flag racing.
I want to take this quick second to, again, thank all our viewers. If you haven't yet, give us a thumbs up. If there's something wrong with the stream, let us know. Give us the thumbs down. Tell us in the comments once the race is posted on what we can do to make it better, because we are here for you. Otherwise, we'd just be sitting here talking to ourselves. So thank you for coming out on this Friday night, watching the TRRL Thunder Road Racing League as the trucks go around Charlotte Motor Speedway down in Concord, North Carolina. And if you haven't yet, also click that big red subscribe button. It really helps us right now. At the start of the stream broadcast, we were at 113 and we are growing. We appreciate each and every one of those subs, and definitely could use a few more.
Pace cars in. Aiden Young takes green flag, and you watch the speed build as these trucks get up to full speed. It doesn't happen until about the backstretch on the trucks, so and you see the speed still climbing, 170 and up. Trucks 2x2 right now as they're trying to sort things out again. This is where it can be dangerous. This is where they say cautions breed cautions. Everybody's trying to get everything they can. You see right there, Andrew Cardinal in the 22 trying to jump underneath, and he does. Oh, and we got a spin. A big spin.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
That was a big one.
That took out a lot of the players in this race.
I'm not sure exactly who started it or where it started, but man, that was a big one. Bucky Burt into the wall on the 25. Ryan Daniels cooking hot dogs, as it were. Adam Eisenhower in the pits. See again, Bucky Burt in the pits. Austin Lonis in the pits. A lot of damaged trucks out there using up their fast repairs, I'm sure. That was a big one. That's going to change the whole race.
It looks like a little bit of net code there, Chris. You know, I mean, obviously, if it was real life, I don't think that would really happen. There was a little bit of room there in between the 86 truck, and I'm trying to figure out who he net coded there. Looks like it might be the number 23 truck of Jason Burgess.
Okay, thank you for that. Yeah, we completely missed that. And Bucky could only say, well then, and you know, that's all you can say. And you do only have the one. Okay, Bucky, thank you for clearing that up. I was pretty sure that was the case, so appreciate you coming on and giving us that answer. Well, guys, just as we were saying, you know, cautions breed cautions. Everybody's trying to get what they can out of those new tires, and sometimes things get a little too close. But that's too bad. But hopefully everybody who is in the pits has their fast repair ready to go, and they're able to make it back out. But it definitely changes the complexion of this race.
Yeah, Bucky, you got the unfortunate stuck in the wall at Charlotte there by iRacing. Your truck looks pretty damaged. Hopefully you were able to use your fast repair and get back out there. You're a lap down, but, you know, definitely can make it up here. The next caution, you know, if you race hard, it looks like there's only a couple of trucks a lap down right now, so you definitely have some time. But that's quite unfortunate. That was definitely looked like a netcode incident. You know, I mean, possibly they could have touched a little bit, but what I see on my screen is definitely a net code. There was a good sized gap there, and it just caused the trucks to spin around, so that is unfortunate.
Not the way you want a race decided, for sure. And you know what? As online sim racers, it's stuff that we see. And unfortunately, as good as iRacing is, and it is very, very good, there's some things that just play into it that nobody can deal with. Yeah, Bucky, you were running pretty good up to that point, but you were definitely, unfortunately, the truck that had the problem ended up kind of towards the top, and that's kind of where all the trouble really began. So, kind of a wrong place, wrong time scenario for you, and like Rick said, get that thing fixed up, get it out on the track, because your race ain't done yet. Do you guys run, since you're on here, Jesus, why don't we, pretty sure Bucky's on here. Somebody grab Bucky, bring him on up, let's talk to him. Clarify a few things.
Just to go over a couple things. It looks like Vernon Margin and Jason Burgess' nights are done. They're to the trailers, both their trucks.
All right. Well, joining us up in the booth, unfortunate accident, Bucky Burt, owner of TRRL, just involved Bucky. This is Chris, Rick, and Greeny up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, hey guys.
Hey, bud, thanks for joining us up in the booth. I wanted to clarify a couple of things as the pace lights are off right now. Trucks 2x2 getting ready to go green. So you guys run one quick repair.
Yes.
You have choice of lane after the initial start of the race.
Yeah, when we start the race, to start the race, we line up how we qualified, no changes. But after we have cautions on restarts, leader does have lane choice.
All right. And where are we at next week?
The Rock.
We're at the Rock. Oh, my goodness. Hey, bud.
Yeah.
Really great car count tonight. Really having fun up here in the booth. Really appreciate it. Get back down in the pits. Get that truck fixed up and get yourself back out on the track, okay?
Yeah, we're back on the track now. I don't know how many laps I'm down, but we'll try and see what we can get out of it.
All right, bud. Good luck for the rest of it.
I'm showing you
Thank
2 laps
you.
down, Bucky. You definitely got this
how many?
thing. Good luck. 2 laps.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Bucky Burt, owner of TRRL, getting back on track, trying to see what he can get done. Meanwhile, up front, Aiden Young takes green flag, and what a shot he has as he allows Andrew Cardinal in the 22 to kind of go. So, boy, oh boy, they're running down below that white line. That's dangerous. Andrew Cardinal running the danger zone right there. But that allows Corey Blevins to come up back into second place.
I was simply going to say he's definitely on the highway to the danger zone there, Chris. It gets very, very slippery, so that's one thing. I mean, kind of how you get around this track, you kind of want to put that left tire right on that white line, but if you go just a little bit to the left, you're going to be spinning.
Good battle again up front. First 7 trucks, kind of nose to tail. Corey Blevins kind of peeking out, just trying to keep Aiden Young, I think, on his toes. But first 7 trucks, nose to tail. After that, we've got the 8th place truck right now, Jason Eisenhower. The 26, Matthew Skipper. The 06, that's James McIntyre Jr. And we got a battle right here, the 88, the 96, the 64, all battling it out for position.
Yeah, right now it looks like 88, that's Bradley P. Wilson, Chris. He is showing 22 laps down. He's got a little bit, I think he has some connection issues there, so he's going to be trying to get back some of those laps. We'll see what happens there. I can tell you right now that Jack Daniels truck looks mighty nice, though.
Good looking JD. And really, the results of that accident are just now really starting to come to light. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 trucks that are on track that are at least 2 laps down. So that's that accident. And like I said, that was going to change everything. 8 out of 25, at least 2 laps down.
Yeah, right now T-Roy Radford, that number 28 truck, Chris, is the first car, last car on the lead lap, I should say. But he's doing a good job. Everybody else is 1 and 2 laps down. Bucky Burt is 3 now. Hopefully he's being able to get that 25 truck back up to speed and can carry on. You know, can't definitely rule him out. Right now we're lap 30 of 100, so he's definitely got some time to work his way up. A couple cautions come out and he might be able to work his way back onto the lead lap. It'll be interesting to see, but he's definitely on the move right now as he's coming up next to my boy, the 61 of David Everly, in that Dre Broadcasting.net truck, Chris. We'll see what happens. He's started 18th, but he is sitting in 12th place right now.
So, he took advantage of that little incident there as we found ourselves into another green flag run. Great job by these guys to kind of gather it back up and keep going.
Got a good battle up front there. Corey Blevins in that 24 just put a lot of pressure on the 6980 Nunn, but Aiden's truck, man, that Chevy is running on all cylinders tonight. He was able to just hold him off, and he moved back down onto the inside. But that was a great move and a great try by Corey Blevins in the 24 machine.
Yeah, and sometimes a great move is rewarded by, if you can't make the pass, it's rewarded by losing your momentum a little bit, and you see that now as the 22 is trying to climb all over that 24 truck. Andrew Cardinal trying to climb on top of Corey Blevins, put a little pressure on, but you see now Corey Blevins starting to get it back and separating himself for a little bit. 1, 2, 3, separated by about a half a second.
I'm back here watching the 27 machine of our own Colton King, Chris, and that back to blue truck. That Chevrolet is a little bit banged up on the back, but it doesn't seem to be hurting him. He qualified 20th. He's in the 7th place position now, so good job for him. That was a heck of a move up through the field.
Very, very nice move by Colton King to get himself up to 7th position, and he's running very well tonight.
I also want to give a huge shout out to Zach Lindgren in that number 85 truck, Chris, the Friendship Magic, My Little Ponies truck. That is awesome. That's something that we always pick on our own Fluffy Garrett about, and I think he would be driving that truck tonight if he was out here. I really do. That's another good looking truck.
Let's see. Bob Rhodes. Bob, thank you very much for coming out. Let's take a look here. Well, Dill Optiplex 790 i5 on this game. Bob, do you know if it has its own video card? That would be the first question I'm going to ask you. And then if it does have its own video card, as caution flies again, if it has its own video card, if you could tell me what it is, I'd be able to tell you a little bit better. Caution flies, and I missed that. Anybody see that caution? Maybe the 06 truck?
Yeah, I was going to say the 06 truck of James McIntyre Jr. is down on the apron, Chris, so he may have caused that. He is actually the last truck on the lead lap. I'm not sure what happened to T-Roy there. I'm showing him a lap down. So,
actually, I was getting a report from the pits in regards to Troy Radford, and what I'm being told is that even though he did his quick repair, it did not fix his motor, and he's 2 seconds off the pace.
oh, that's unfortunate. That Toyota Tundra, the number 28 pitboxes.com machine. That's unfortunate. I'm not sure. His truck looks a little beat up, Greeny, so hopefully it maybe neither didn't register or did register, but yeah, he's definitely got some heavy front end damage there.
Yeah, from what I'm being told is that it took his quick repair, but it didn't obviously repair his truck.
So a little bit of yeah, that's what I think too. I'm thinking it has an onboard graphics card. So the next question then is, what kind of power supply does that Optiplex have? Does it have enough to juice up an actual video card? Otherwise, yes, it would run it. The i5 is a more than capable processor. You're going to need to back it up with a pretty good video card. And sure, the motherboard. The motherboard is going to handle whatever you kind of throw at it. They should be able to handle. It should be able to handle a newer card. It's the power supply I'm more worried about. I'd also check on RAM. My bet is that it's being an Optiplex probably comes through with 4 gigs of RAM. you might need to double that up. Bob, I hope that helps out. That's my little hardware scenario without being able to go out and check. But yeah, graphics. Well, graphics, it should have a slot. It should have a PCI 16 slot in there ready to go for you.
While you're answering computer questions, Chris, I was going through the field and I just stopped at the number 36 truck of Jason Eisenhower in that Chevy bow tie, the Matchbox car. But one thing I noticed, and it's one thing that we love dearly here at Racing for a Cause TV, right on the back spoiler and on the front of the truck, he does have Drive for Autism. So I definitely want to give him a shout out. That is a beautiful paint job, bud. And you know, I know that you're not on the Racing for a Cause League, but you know, we always appreciate to see those causes out on those vehicles, so that is a great thing, and I wish you luck.
Which truck number was that, Rick?
That's number 36 truck. Jason Eisenhower.
Jason Eisenhower. There it is, right there. The bright yellow and red. Anytime we see anything with a cause on it, you know we're going right to it. We can't help ourselves. Aiden Young in the 69 truck, still scoring as their leader. The trucks ahead probably looking to take the waiver out. And there are quite a few.
I really like the 7-Eleven on that number 14 truck also, Chris. It makes me want to go and get a big gulp.
Well, if you're a fan of the 7-Eleven, Rick, I got a question for you. 7-Eleven, I know you will. 7-Eleven, they're known to be open 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. So my question, Rick, why do they have a lock on the door?
That's a very good question, Chris. I think it's so when the cashier needs to hit the restroom at about 03:30 in the morning or dark 30, he's able to lock that door to use it safely.
You could be right. So iRacing playing a little bit of a game here. We've got a little netcode issue at one point. We've got somebody who took their fast repair and didn't get it. We've got the pace car down, Aiden Young looking to take this field green again in that 69 truck. On the outside, Andrew Cardinal. And on the inside, second row, Corey Blevins. Corey Blevins attaches himself to the bumper of Aiden Young. He is not going to let go as he's going to try and get around Andrew Cardinal in the 22. Good action already on this green flag run.
Oh, definitely is, Chris. I think Andrew Cardinal was really hoping that he could scoop up onto the inside of Aiden Young, as I know that they're teammates. They raced together in a couple other leagues there, and Aiden Young did move up on the outside to try to help him out, but that allowed Corey Blevins, that number 24 sportsgraphicsdesign.com truck to go to the lead. Let's see if he can hang on to it.
Corey Blevins runs his second lap lead. Corey Blevins doing a very good job off on that restart. He's doing great out there. Unfortunately, he may be trapped down on the low side, the top side, as we've said, kind of the way around this track, although you see Andrew Cardinal in the 22 going down to help him out.
Our boy Colton King in that number 27 truck, Chris, is losing 6th place right now, but he has definitely made us proud. He's moved up into the top 10, qualified 20th, like I said, so he definitely did a good move. But it looks like Marty Ray in that 65 South Point Hotels and Casinos truck was able to make that pass. There's a little bit of damage on the 27, so I don't know if that's really hurting him all that much. I mean, the back end is pushed in on the trunk, or the bed, I guess you would call it, on the truck, but it looks like his spoiler and everything else is okay, so he might be losing a little bit of time, but he's definitely holding his own out there.
Yeah, it will affect the aerodynamics just a little bit on this track, but you know, if he doesn't have anybody pushing him, he might suffer just a little bit if somebody comes up behind him. I don't think that's going to be a big deal, and Bob, you're very, very welcome anytime. I love talking hardware. Usually it's when I can actually have a moment just to kind of look it up if I'm not remembering something correctly. But certainly anytime you have a question, I don't mind trying to help out anybody trying to get into sim racing. Corey Blevins, that 24 truck, still your leader. He's taking a low line, kind of running line down on the straightaways and then everybody comes in behind him on the corners. You see 22 car Andrew Cardinal drop way down to get behind him on that corner, and the 24 truck still your leader. 1, 2, 3. That's how they're running. Blevins, Cardinal, Young. Right behind him, the truck that we've been talking about earlier, that 3 truck, David Kane's doing a very good job. He's up to 4th place. Right behind him in the 85, Zach Lindry.
Watching a good battle going on here between the 96 and the 64. 64 Grayson Trexler and that Goodyear Tundra. Let me tell you something about Goodyears, okay? Not only do they make pretty cool tires, and they look good on my Chevy Silverado, but they also make really good shoes, Chris. If anybody's looking for a pair of sim racing shoes, definitely go to Goodyear Footwear. I believe it's GoodyearFootwearUSA.com, and pick yourself up some Uris. I have a couple pairs myself, and I love those shoes. I wear a pair for every day, and I also have a set dedicated to my iRacing rig. So, you know, he moved down to the 10th. It looks like Ryan W. Daniels in that 96 was able to get by him, and he's definitely putting a good interval in between them there, as the 88 of Bradley P. Wilson is trying to gain some little bit of traffic or track space there to try to catch up a little bit. He is sitting down there in 24 laps down, but he's definitely racing hard.
Yeah, he may be laps down, but the truck is doing a great job. And Junior, it looks like you have somebody saying the same thing as you. Goodyear shoes are incredible. If Goodyear is listening, please feel free to send a check to Racing for a Cause TV, care of me. That would be great. Really appreciate that. And it looks like Aiden Young challenging Andrew Cardinal right now for 2nd place. Aiden Young trying to get himself back up to the lead after having led 37 laps. Right now, Corey Blevins has led 10. 48 laps of 100 down here at Charlotte Motor Speedway tonight. Guys, this has actually been a very, very good race.
That it has, Chris. Been really excited watching these guys pull through the field. Looking at Zach Lindgren, started 24th, he's up to 5th. Troy Radford started 23rd, up to 11th. It's been some really good racing out there. So I hope this continues.
Yeah, so far so good, and it's great to see. You know, Zach, you said qualified 24th, up to 5th. That's 19 positions. That's an excellent run. He's doing a very good job. That pink truck out there, that pink 85, pink and purple, doing a whale of a job. Up front, Corey Blevins is starting to stretch out that lead. The interval now, 0.3 of a second over Andrew Cardinal. Aiden Young kind of gave up the push there, and he settled into 3rd place. He expects to get himself back, but David Kane's in that 3 truck trying to make a battle up front for top, well, the battle is going to be for 2nd between 3 trucks. This is going to be really good. And we see it right there. Aiden Young kind of drops down below Andrew Cardinal again. Aiden Young in the 69 truck. Really, really doing an excellent job, as he is now pretty much... Oh, that was close. Oh, that was very close. Too close, too close. We've got action up front. David Kanes gets himself out, sorted out, and it looks like Andrew Cardinal goes around. Andrew Cardinal spins it around. There was definitely some action up front. We're going to take a look at that as the track goes yellow again. And we see it back here. The battle was on between the 69, the 22, and the 3 truck. And I believe the 69 may have gotten into the 22. 22 got into the 3. And the 22 kind of just got loose, and he spun himself around. And that is that. That could have been a lot worse, Greeny. It could have been a heck of a lot worse.
That could have been a field killer right there, right out front. I mean, cars are making moves, making swerves, and they could have taken out a whole lot of people. It was good control to be able to just keep that brakes locked up and keep them down low and not come up onto the track and take out a good chunk of the field.
So very, very important. as the lead cars come down pit road, lap 52 of 100, getting fresh tires, getting more racing fuel. Again, we're going to change things up. And who's that? Behind the pace car. It looks like the 25 truck was behind the pace car. And that is Bucky Burt. He may be looking to take maybe a wave around as we are on board.
Are lapped down, so they probably can't pit right yet, Chris. So
oh, yeah, that's true. I would almost, I hate to say this, I would almost bank on another caution. I would take a wave around here.
It's hard to say, though. There's still a lot of laps. Like you said, there could be another caution. I might want to get some fresh tires and fuel here. Maybe see how well I can stretch it out and maybe make it on this final run.
No stranger to playing the fuel games here at TRRL. We've seen it before, and we may be setting up to see it again. These guys are not afraid to stretch every last drop of that Sunoco fuel. And it looks like right now, if I had to guess, I'd say the 86 truck may be your first truck a lap down, but he's coming into pit road, so I don't know if he's going to go onto the lead lap. Boy, we're going to have to just pay attention. I know we're going to get a lucky dog. I'm not sure exactly who it is. The action is so tight and so fast sometimes. But I know one thing. Right now, the 24 truck, Corey Blevins, is your leader. He's led the last 15 laps, 16 in total. And right behind him in the 69, that's Aiden Young, who's led 37 laps. So your front row is going to be stacked. And it's going to be very interesting to see this replay, or this restart.
I'm just intrigued to see how many cars from the back have moved their way to the front. You got Zach Lindgren, who started 24th, is currently 3rd. You got Travis Lahones, who started 19th and is currently 6th. Grayson Trexler started 17th, currently 7th. Trey Rafford started 23rd, currently 8th. And Colton King started 20th and is currently 10th.
Dave's asking a question. Why does our leaderboard only go to P11? So I'm watching that right now because I haven't noticed. That is one thing I have not had a chance to take a look at. Dave, I will say that this is a brand new overlay. I know it looks similar, but it's a brand new overlay that we're running. And there may be a small glitch, Greeny.
I'm looking at that too.
Yep.
I'm just wondering if there's a...
Absolutely, there is a problem there.
Out on the track and people pitting.
Nope, there's more cars out on the track than what is showing up. That is something, my friend, that I think Greenaway Productions is going to have to take a peek into that one.
Yes, Greenaway Productions is going to have to take a peek at that.
Dave, thank you very much for bringing that up. We appreciate that. So, in lieu of that, let's take a peek here. There's your top 10. We know them well. Blevins, Young, Lindgren, Ray, Skipper, Lonis, Trexler, Redford, Daniels, and King. After that, we've got Everly, Cardinal, Eisenhower, Keynes, Eisenhower, Adam Eisenhower, Lonis, Anderson, Woodrick, Bucky, Burt, Matthew Edens, John Richer, James McIntyre Jr., Bradley Wilson, and Jason Burgess, and Vernon. There's your race right now. So Joe checking in. Joe, thank you very much for the heads up. We were definitely checking into that. Rick, did you see that, Greeny? My man Joe over at OSR Network checking in, and I really do appreciate the advice, Joe.
Yes, I will check on that, Joe. Thank you.
Joe had a birthday not that long ago, and we're still celebrating for you, Joe. I don't know if you know that or not, but we are celebrating for you. Right now, though, Corey Blevins shot out of a cannon, but the real man to talk about right now, that second place truck right now, the 85 car, Zach Lindgren, absolutely on fire. He has been just rocking this field as he has moved that truck up to second place now. Oh, Joe, you ain't that old. Jeez, I think you might be a year or two older than me. If you're old, that means I'm old, and brother, I'm not ready for that yet. Although you are playing a golf game. I haven't done that yet. It looks pretty though. Back to the action on the track. We've got some names up front that we haven't seen. The 65 truck, Marty Ray. Marty Ray in the 65 doing a very nice job. That's a nice clean truck. Atta man, Ray. You know what, Joe? I'm glad that you've been relaxing. I don't know anybody who spends more time on iRacing than that man right there, Joe of OSR Network. And man, he's definitely been a friend of ours, and we really do appreciate that. I may have checked it out for a couple of holes the other night, Joe, just to kind of see what it was like, because I've seen the golf club, I've heard about it, and with Golf Club 2, I'm sure you caught that on the Steam sale there. I'm not gonna lie, I may have maybe checked it out. I just didn't pull the trigger on it this time by. Right now though, Corey Blevins absolutely on fire. He's got an interval right now, 0.6 of a second. I think that's the largest lead we've seen tonight. I want to give a shout out to one of our own, Troy Radford in the 28 truck. It looks like finally that that truck doesn't look like it's got a ding in it, so I don't know what happened. I know originally it didn't take the fast repair, but it looks like it's taken now.
Yes, Chris. After speaking with his crew chief, appears that there was some sort of net code issue. I think this fast repair back to the next pit stop, and he was able to repair it.
Oh, perfect. Right now, nose to tail, we're at 61 of 100. The laps are starting to tick off pretty quick now. '24 truck, Corey Blevins doing a very, very nice job, and he is holding a line very well. Charlotte is kind of a tricky track, especially turn 1. And you watch his truck, it doesn't get upset at all when he goes down that little hill in turn 1. So Corey definitely has it down. He wasn't mistaken when he said earlier this is one of his best tracks. He's doing a whale of a job now as that gap has increased to 0.8 of a second.
Did you know that the Charlotte Motor Speedway actually has a Guinness Book of World Record?
Oh, do tell.
Yeah, in 2011, the Charlotte Motor Speedway set a Guinness World Record with the debut of the world's largest HD TV at a sports venue, spanning nearly 16,000 square feet of viewing pleasure for the fans.
The big screen. I'll take one of those for the living room, please. I don't think the wife would let me.
You can have that, but I'm definitely taking Big Hoss. That is one of my nicknames up here, so I'll take the Big Hoss from Texas Motor Speedway any day.
Some really good racing going on right now, guys. As everybody's kind of nose to tail, we're clicking off the laps. We're taking a look right now. Jason Eisenhower in that 36 truck. A little beat up on the left rear. I don't think that tailgate's going to open anytime soon.
Now these guys are definitely putting on a great show tonight, Chris. Corey Blevins, as you said, you know, earlier he was in here telling us that this is one of his best and favorite tracks, and he's definitely in the right place at the right time. I'm sure he's smiling ear to ear right now as he's going around and coming to start lap 66. I want to give a big shout out also to Bucky Burton, that number 25 truck. He's sitting in 19th place right now, but he's not worried. He did get a couple of his laps back. He is the first truck a lap down, so if another caution comes out, he will be the lucky dog if he can hold off Matthew Eddins in that number 14 machine.
So Bucky Burt doing a whale of a job getting, what was he down? 2 laps, so he's got a lap back already, trying to get another one. Man, some really good racing tonight. And what a truck count, too, you know? It wasn't that long ago we were looking at this going, that's not a lot of trucks. And tonight, 25 trucks started this race. Awesome. Just awesome.
Yeah, it's definitely great to see, Chris. Like I said earlier in the broadcast, you know, leagues helping leagues. You know, we pushed some drivers over to the TRRL. they're here. They're doing a good job. Everyone's starting to click, and you know, the league's just going to continue to grow, and that's what happens. And I wish Bucky all the luck and all his admins over at the Thunder Road Racing League as they continue on. So it's really great to see.
Yeah, and Junior, as you were talking, the 85 truck, Zach Lindgren, he got really tight, touched the wall, lost a few positions. He's back to 5th. And it looks like we have a pretty good battle right now. Aiden Young in the 69 trying to take, or defend the 2nd place against Marty Ray, and it looks like he's done that. Really good battles going up front. That 85 truck, Zach, in the pink and purple. My Little Pony, was it? Got really tight. Yep. Touched the wall just enough to kind of upset the truck. Lost a few positions. It looks like he's got it back under control now.
No, he's definitely made a big move through the field, Chris. He started 24th. He's now sitting in 5th. I'm watching Matthew Skipper in the 26 iRacing Chevrolet. That's another cool paint scheme there. It looks really good, and he's on the move too. He qualified 12th. He's sitting in 4th place right now, and he's definitely putting some pressure and filling that mirror of Marty Ray in that number 65 South Point truck. So there's definitely some good racing. I know that Aiden Young right there, they're trying to catch the leader. They're being smart about it. They're just staying nose to tail as they go around here, ticking off the tenths of a mile to try to catch up to him.
Really good action on the track. Greeny, do you have anything going on back there?
It's really a single file back here. Everybody seems to be spread out. Nobody's really pushing it. The only battle I really have is 14 and 13 trucks are kind of side by side. Other than that, not much going on back here.
All right, well, we're on a nice green flag run right now. Corey Blevins opens his gap up to 1.6 seconds. Corey Blevins showing why Charlotte is one of his favorite tracks, as he is absolutely dominating the field right now. Has led 34 of the 72 laps. Aiden Young in 2nd place in the 69 truck. He has led 37 of the laps, and right now currently in 2nd, but he is under pressure as the 65 truck. Marty Ray taking him to the inside. 26 truck, Matthew Skipper, trying to decide which way to go. It looks like he's going up top. He's going to stick with Aiden Young.
We have a spin, the 61 car truck, excuse me, the 61 trucks around, but we're staying green.
61 truck. David Everly able to get himself off track. We're going to continue under green, as the 61 truck had a little trouble, but we keep it under green. Very good job to try and keep the race going. That's a wonderful thing to be able to do. You know, so often some guys will just stay out there and cause the yellow, but really the thing to do, get yourself off track, let the race happen. Right now looking at the 96 truck, Ryan W. Daniels, the 28 truck of Troy Radford. They're having a nice little battle. That's for 6th place. And you see right there Zach Lindgren in the 85 truck. After touching that wall, it seems like he's lost some speed. And you see the rear end of that truck is kind of crumpled in a little bit. So without a tailgate, these trucks are not quite as fast. As you see, he goes down from by the 86 truck, gets around him. That's Adam Eisenhower in the 86.
That's really unfortunate, Chris. I know Zach Lindgren has been having a good race. Like I said, he's one of the biggest movers there. Started 24th. He's sitting in 9th place position right now, but you were right. Adam Eisenhower in the 86 machine did get a chance to go around him. Adam's definitely going to be putting some pressure on to T. Roy Radford in that number 28 truck.
Hey, while we're having a second here, under these green flag conditions, I want to go ahead and say once again, Racing for a Cause League is bringing on the Dog Days 250. That's going to be August 3rd and 4th. It's a 2-day event. August 3rd going to be qualifying. August 4th is going to be the actual race. 250 laps of wicked action in the super late model at Bristol International Speedway. The race is actually going to be under the full moon in real life, so that should bring out some crazy. I want to go ahead and thank right now the guys over at iRacing Today radio show. That's Trevor and Chad. They gave us a really nice shout out, which lasted, I don't know, about a half an hour really, on their podcast that came out on the 4th. Well, I guess they started recording it on the 3rd. I was able to hear it on the 5th, so really want to thank those guys over there. This is going to become a really big deal, and I can't wait to get that action on. Super late models, Bristol International Speedway, 250 laps, August 3rd and 4th.
That's going to be another great race under the lights, Chris, and definitely a huge shout out to Trevor and Chad over at the iRacing Today radio show. They did a great job. They are technically a sponsor of ours. Doing that for us was a great thing. We also want to thank Carlisle Van Line, Screenaway, Motorsports Productions, Motor Sim Racing Magazine, SimSpec, PC Towers, Domino's, TYJ Racing, and PAD, People Against Distracted Driving, for helping us with this event. It's going to be a big one, and I can't wait. And I definitely want to give a big shout out to Joe over there at the OSR Network. I see he's in the chat there. I missed it. I had to go do some personal things real quick with the wife and help her move my oldest daughter's room around. So thanks for coming out, Joe. We appreciate the support, my friend.
I haven't seen, I think he's still out there, but as a little tribute to Joe, I have not seen a single taco in turn 3 yet tonight.
No, I definitely think he's keeping all the wrappers for himself tonight, Chris. It is great, though. Definitely happy that you came out, Joe, to support us. We appreciate all the help that you give us, and for really helping Chris and I start what we started here, because we couldn't have done it without you. So thank you, sir. Like, again, I hope you had a great Ford, and I hope you have a great weekend.
No hot dogs. If I know Joe, he's got himself a Dr. Pepper and maybe a sandwich. At least a chip or two. Corey Blevins right now really outpacing the field. 2.2 seconds is the gap. Back to Marty Ray in the 65. Aiden Young running 3rd place right now in that 69 truck. And he's under pressure. 64, Grayson Trexler putting the pressure on right now. We'll keep it here and watch the action. That's 64 truck. That's Grayson Trexler. He's going to the inside, looking to try and find his way around Aiden Young. And right now, he is around him. We'll see if it continues. Not able to hold that momentum on the inside, and that's what we've seen all night. The outside able to hold momentum, and boy, Aiden Young is going to have to figure out a way to get back to the front. Right now, Corey Blevins has led 44. Marty Ray, he's running 2nd position again in that 65 truck, just trying to figure out a way to catch up. The gap right now down to 1.9 seconds. Make that 2. Joe had himself a burger. Tonight he's relaxing, but it looks like he's firing that computer back up to do some streaming on the OSR network tomorrow night. Joe, what are you going to be broadcasting tomorrow night, bud?
We got a caution flag out, Chris.
Caution's out at lap 84. Caution flag is out. Have we seen what it is? We're taking a peek, trying to figure it out. Looks like Bucky Burt, TRRL admin, is down on pit road. It could have been him.
Yeah, he was running in 18th position there at that time. I'm exactly trying to find what exactly happened to him, Chris. I'm not sure if he got up into the wall or got onto the corner. I'm just going to go back to a replay here real quick to see what we can figure out.
Okay. So we're under caution again, lap 84 of 100. By the time we get rolling again, there you go. Guys, if you don't have anything going on tomorrow night, if you haven't done it yet, go on over to OSR Network right after this race and hit that subscribe button. He's going to be running the Racing Freaks Cup cars on Daytona. Man, that's going to be awesome. Joe, I'm going to have to probably check that one out. I love watching Daytona.
I love watching Daytona. I love going and visiting Daytona. I love watching broadcasts of Daytona. I love racing it. I'm definitely going to be there, Chris. I'm probably going to be trying to knock out a couple of paints there for Catamount Paint Shop. And definitely have Joe on in the background there. If anybody's looking for a great streamer and a great broadcaster, there it is, OSR Network. Look them up on Facebook.
Under caution flag. Corey Blevins did not want to see that as he had a 2-second lead going. Aiden Young looks like he's in 2nd right now. Marty Ray 3rd in the 65 truck. Grayson Trexler, that's the 64 truck. He's running 4th. Troy Radford in the 28 truck. This is his debut here at the TRRL League. It's his debut in the truck on a series run. Troy's doing a very good job. The 96 truck, that's Ryan W. Daniels, and Ryan's doing a very nice job running 6th right now. Zach had a little issue with the wall. He's rebounded up to 7th. The 26 truck, Matthew Skipper. And in 9th, Travis Lonis. That's the 18 truck right there in your view. The 86 truck, running 10th and rounding it out, Adam Eisenhower. Oh, dude, I saw that, Joe. I saw that you're going to be on the portal. And, yeah, man, that's awesome for you. That is really awesome. And Joe's giving a shout-out to Aiden Young. And you know what that means. If we get a shout-out, boom. There he is, Joe. That 69 truck, Motor Sims. On the side, very prominent. Nice, like an orange and black. Yeah, Dave is out there. We talked to him earlier. Ryan W. Daniels in that 96 truck. Joe, I can't keep up for you, bud. What do you know, everybody out here? I'll just run them all. There you go.
Aiden Young's definitely a good kid there. Last week it was his first race here with the TRRL Racing League, and he took Bristol. It was an awesome race for him, and it was good to see him take the checker there. Definitely, Joe. Aiden's definitely a good kid, and yeah, man, Ryan W. Daniels, he helped us out on a couple broadcasts there, Chris. He's one of Joe's helpers over there at the OSR Network, and of course Dave from Dre. Both very good streamers.
There's a little battle takes off in the chat. Shut up, man. A little fun. You know, that's great. That's exactly what we love to see. You know, the sim racing community is strong, and I love being a part of it. Lap 87 of 100, and we're getting ready to go back green flag racing. Trucks are lining up 2 by 2. Charlotte Motor Speedway. We're getting ready to close this one out, hopefully under a green flag conditions. Man, I'm ready to see it.
Oh, me too, Chris. You know, this is definitely not what Corey Blevins wanted to see, as he's, you know, taking the inside lane, look like right now on this restart, but he had one heck of a lead going now. This is going to give Aiden Young a chance to really keep up and give him some good hard racing, so this is going to get really interesting. The laps are getting close. We're down to the closing laps, so this is going to get real interesting.
Yeah, as we get set, ready to go back green, pace car down, Corey Blevins leads him to the line. Corey Blevins in that 24 truck, Aiden Young on the outside, and the trucks come to life. Corey Blevins with a nice little shot. Marty Ray in the 65 trying to follow him, but Aiden Young drops down below, cuts him off. Aiden Young looking to hold on a second. That was a great move right there. 3 wide, a little further back in the pack. Holy cow. And they're maintaining that 3 wide. My heart can't take that. And finally, they sorted out. Back to 2 wide. We're good there. Corey Blevins up front in that 24 truck. 69 car again, Aiden Young. Yeah, next week, The Rock. And I'll tell you what, but if you have not raced there yet, you might want to put in a couple of laps, because that is a tough track. It's a very, very tough track as we go back under yellow.
Cautions on the track, yeah. So the 25 and 3 get together.
Let's take a peek at that one. And before I start this replay, look at this. We've got 3 wide. And it separates out. You see the 25 truck there. That's Bucky Burt. Bucky's having a tough night of it. Oh, the 3 and the 14 get together. The 3 starts slowing down. The 25 has no place to go. That, no fault to Bucky Burt. Not one bit. He had no place to go on that one. So there you go.
Things get really interesting, Chris. We're hitting lap 90, working on 91 right now of 100. So there's definitely going to be one heck of a shootout here at the end.
Yeah, I believe it's going to be. We're at lap 90 now. It could be a 6 lap, maybe 7 lap shootout. This is going to be tough. This is going to be very tough.
Yeah, we're definitely going to be seeing a lot of trucks there. You got a couple that are faking about going down pit road. A couple of them do that are towards the back come down pit road. hoping that maybe them new tires and a little bit of fuel to take them these last 9 laps will help them get somewhere, but it's going to be really interesting to see. I know right now Corey Blevins is probably praying. He's wiping the sweaty hands. He's psyching himself up for one more, hopefully just one more good jump to see what he can do.
Corey Blevins is trying to sniff this one out, and so far so good. He has been very, very fast, especially on the restarts. He seems to be able to really launch that 24 truck and kind of just start taking off. Hey Joe, I have a question for you. Did I see that you were streaming some road racing? I'm going to let him answer me on that, because that threw me back. I'm pretty sure I saw some road racing on his stream. But nonetheless, lap 91 of 100. Corey Blevins' 24 truck. Well, there's your top 5 right there. Corey Blevins, Aiden Young, Marty Ray, Grayson Trexler, and Troy Radford. There's your top 5. Really nice job. And he was. My goodness. Joe, if I would have known that, we would have done some road racing last year. Well, last season anyway.
I just want to know if he had a hard time saying right turn. Because all the time I just hear him saying left.
The MX-5 is really tough. I will say that right up front. You have to be able to get off. All your braking on road racing, all your braking has to happen before the corner. And then you let it roll through the corner, nice and easy, and then let her rip. And you have to use the whole track. Man, I love road racing. I can't wait to get back into some of that. And I will do some official road racing again, probably next season. Right now, too hot up here in Vermont. My goodness. The humidity levels are cranked. It wants to rain, but it's not. And that said, trucks are starting to line up 2 by 2. I'm hoping the pace lights go off this time by. We can get this thing rolling again.
Yeah, as you said, the top 5 looking really good, Chris. But further back there in the 6th place, Zach Lindgren in that number 85 machine. You got Travis Lonis in 7th, Ryan W. Daniels in that number 96 truck sitting in 8th place, Matthew Skipper in 9th, and Adam Eisenhower rounding out the top 10. Right now it looks like there's only 16 trucks that are on the lead lap. Bucky Burt in that 25 is that first truck 1 lap down. So he's actually, no, it's all changing on me here now. It looks like he's the 3rd truck a lap down with Matthew Adams and Austin Lonis. So it's going to be real interesting to see what happens here, Chris.
Don't hold your breath, but you're going to want to, as this whole field getting ready to go back. Green flag racing, we're going to go back on lap 94. It's going to be a 6-lap shootout. Man, I don't know if my heart can take this one. This is going to be awesome.
It's definitely going to be good, Chris. I mean, I think right now, if Corey Blevins in that 24 truck, in that machine, if he gets a good restart like he's been doing all night tonight, he might be able to hold off Aiden Young in that 69, but we can't count out Marty Ray in that 65 machine. He has been up front. He knows what he wants to do. He just needs the chance to do it, and I think he's only going to have a couple laps here to do it, as it looks like we're going to be going green on lap number 94. Right there in the number 64 truck, these guys are definitely going to be looking to hopefully work together and hoping for a good green flag run to the finish.
The 24 car truck, Corey Blevins sets the pace. Corey Blevins, your leader, trying to hold on to a win here at Charlotte. He said it's one of his best tracks, so let's see if he can maintain, and he does. Corey Blevins, when he got to turn 1, it was like afterburners coming out of that back end of the truck. Like, pretty sure I saw flames. Marty Ray in the 65 followed him right through. Aiden Young on the outside, kind of trapped. On the inside, though, the 28 truck now putting pressure. That's Troy Radford. Troy Radford trying for 3rd. He started way back. Greeny, what position did Troy start in?
Troy was 23rd at the start of this race.
23rd up to 3rd. Man, oh man, oh man.
He was involved in a wreck earlier in the race and actually didn't get to use his quick repair, some sort of net code issue, then was able to get that quick repair fixed, and now he's back up to 3rd.
The front 5 starting to straighten things out. Maybe make that the top 6. Top 6 starting to straighten things out a little bit. The 85 truck, Zach Lindgren, he's trying to push out on the outside, trying to get some position back. He's bounced back very nicely from touching the wall, now up the top 5.
Hayden Young in that 69 truck, he's also on a move right now as he's going around the 65 of Marty Ray. You know, he got out from that outside lane, Chris, and he was able to move down, and that's definitely going to help him. It does seem that that inside lane, no matter what, has been staying very dominant tonight. So he's probably happy to be down there. He's got to get a little pressure and do a little bit of work on that number 65 truck. But I think, you know, we're at lap 97, working on 98, so it'll be interesting to see if he has what he needs to move as he moves up again. That's going to allow T. Roy Radford to try to swing by and see what happens there. Definitely good battles here up front.
Yeah, the battle right now for third. You've got Troy Radford on the inside in the 28. You've got Aiden Young in the 69 to the outside. And that's your battle for third place right now. Right behind him, Zach Lindgren just trying to hold on and see which way he wants to go. As we're on lap 98 of 100, this thing's winding down very quickly. It's okay, Dre. Let it go. We're okay. Let it roll. We got Dave out there. Come on, Dave. Help us out. Nonetheless, we're on lap 99 of 100 now. This thing is closing up, and Corey Blevins has got just the slightest of leads. 1/10 of a second. Marty Ray putting the pressure on. Marty Ray in that 65. Absolutely putting the pressure on. If Corey messes up just one little bit, Marty Ray is going to be right there to jump over.
Yeah, one thing about Charlotte, Chris, that I dislike about the track, I mean, it's a great track, it's fun to race, but when you're coming into the tri-oval there where the lines show up on the track, that always throws me.
Oh, we've got an accident. We've got an accident on the last lap, and this is the big one. Troy Radford involved. Troy Radford was fighting for third when that happened. And that is going to be the race, I believe. Corey Blevins in the 24 truck is going to be and is your race winner. Not the way that they wanted that race to finish, but wow.
That was some good racing, Chris. The person who was in the right place at the right time, the 85, Zach Lindgren, he in the 85 machine, he pulls in a third place finish, so not too bad.
The 24 truck, Corey Blevins, who before this race started said, "This is my best track," proved it here tonight as he is the Racing for a Cause TV race winner. Way to go, Corey Blevins. Burn that house down in that truck, man. You deserve every little bit of it. Leading 63 of the 100 laps. Bucky Burt there in the 25 just comes to a stop to let him do his thing.
Well, one thing I just learned, Chris, by listening to the radio chatter, Corey Blevins was the champion over at TRRL, I'm guessing their last season. I'm not exactly sure, but this is his first race back with him. So what a way to come back and start racing with your friends to take the win. So that was a heck of a race. He did a good job. He did tell us that this was his favorite track, so he definitely showed it tonight.
Man, that was awesome. Didn't end the way they wanted it to, but, you know, that happens. You're fighting for a position very, very hard. And it just happens. What can you say? And Joe says and confirms, yes, he was the season champ last year, so that's awesome. Welcome back, Corey Blevins. Way to put your mark on the track. Bob, no problem at all. Hope that helped out. Again, take a look at your power supply. Make sure that it's big enough to handle a card. Make sure you have a PC16 slot in there. Get yourself a video card and come on in to iRacing. It's really fun.
Now I got the top 3 finishers all set up in the staging room, Chris, for you. Whenever you're ready, my friend.
All right, well, let's go through the official results here. Corey Blevins, your leader and winner. Marty Ray coming home second. Zach Lindgren, he came home third after really kind of battling it back. Man, that pink and purple car had a challenge after he touched the wall. He made it back to third. Matthew Skipper fourth. Jason Eisenhower fifth. Grayson Trexler sixth. Rudy Ridrick 7th. Ryan W. Daniels comes home 8th. David Keynes 9th, and Colton King 10th. Travis Lonis, Justin Anderson, Troy Radford, Aiden Young, Adam Eisenhower, Bucky Burt, Austin Lonis, Matthew Edens, Andrew Cardinal, David Everly, Justin Richer, James McIntyre Jr., Bradley P. Wilson, Jason Burgess, and our man, the big V man, Vernon, coming home 25th tonight. What a very, very, very good race. So bring them up. Bring up that 85 truck. That 85 truck of Zach Lindring. Zach in that 85. This is Chris, Rick, and Greeny up in the booth. Do you have a copy?
Yes, sir. I got you guys.
Hey, man. That pink and purple car, or truck rather, was on fire tonight. You touched the wall. You fell back. You came back to a third-place finish. How you feeling with that?
The truck was really good tonight. Just on a long run, it just really got tight coming out of 4, and I really had no answer for it. Luckily, a late caution came out. We were able to put 4 new Eagles on it and fly with freedom.
Well, fly with freedom you did, Zach, man. We were watching you. You know, you started back in 24th position, 3rd place finish, man. You did a heck of a job. You were all over the track tonight. You came up from behind. You were in the middle. You got up to the front. You worked your way back there after tapping the wall a little bit. But I got a question for you. Did the My Little Ponies actually add any horsepower to that truck?
They didn't add any physical horsepower, but they added a little confidence horsepower, if you know what I'm saying. But it's cool running the scheme. I love running it, though.
Oh, that's what it's all about, brother. Hey, listen, you did it, man. You came back. Like I said, you started 24th. You finished 3rd, so congratulations. As customary here at Racing for a Cause TV, is there anybody out there you'd like to thank?
Yeah, I'd like to thank everyone that put on this league, that put on the show. You guys up here for broadcasting it. The men and women overseas that are defending this great country, that put their lives on the line every day. Yeah, that's who I'd like to thank.
Well, excellent, bud. Well, I'm right there with you there, especially with the soldiers. That's something that's near and dear to my heart, too. Got to give them the support that they deserve. They're doing a job that a lot of people don't want to do, and they find it unpopular. So thank you for doing that, and great job tonight.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys.
Zach Lindring in number 85 truck. That pink and purple My Little Pony. One heck of a run for him tonight. What an awesome job for coming home 3rd after qualifying so far down in the field. And our 2nd place finisher, the number 65, Marty Ray. Marty, this is Chris, Rick, and Greeny up in the booth. Do you have a copy?
Hey, guys. Yes, I got a copy.
Marty, hey, listen, bud, a 2nd place finish here at Charlotte. What can be better than that?
Well, yeah, you know, tonight's my first night racing with this league, and I just joined up tonight, and so it's a heck of a way to start it out.
That's awesome. That's a really good way to start, and look forward to seeing that 65 truck out there on the track some more. Really, really good run. How did the truck feel to you tonight?
Oh, it's really good, really, really good. I kind of laid back a little bit, let those tires rest in the later runs when we had that long run, and then I started gaining a little bit on Corey, and then that caution came out, so it was a fight from there out.
Well, you definitely did a good job, bud. I mean, you qualified 7th. You were right up there for your first night racing with these guys. You did an outstanding job. I want to welcome you to the league, and I know Bucky will treat you well. He's a good guy, and you know, we look forward to calling your name. But as customary here at Racing for a Cause TV, is there anybody out there you want to thank?
Yeah, we just want to thank you guys, Racing for a Cause, and Bucky for letting me join tonight, and all you guys for broadcasts. I really appreciate it. I think this is a good bunch of guys, and I'm looking forward to racing with you.
And there you are, the 65 truck, Marty Ray, first time in, comes home 2nd place. What a heck of a run for him. But your winner tonight, and that 24 truck, that Chevy, Corey Blevins, before the race even started, says, hey, don't count me out. This is one of my best tracks. Corey Blevins, Chris, Rick, and Greeny up in the booth. Do you have a copy?
Yes, sir.
Corey, it was pretty awesome. You ended up leading 63 laps of the race. How did the truck feel, and did you think that you had enough at the beginning?
You know, I saw that my truck, you know, it was hard to stay on the bottom lane when a truck was up high, and I knew Aiden he had a pretty strong truck, and I thought there for a little bit Aiden was going to win this race, and it started coming to me. I mean, you know, this track is really a rhythm track, and you know, at the first part of the run, it would be like Daytona, basically. It would be, you know, you get the draft. I was like 3 or 4 tenths behind the truck, and I could gain back up to a tenth behind them just from the draft alone. So it was just about, you know, just trying to make sure you stay in that draft, and if you're leading, make sure you're hitting your line and not hitting the apron, and you know, just, you know, it was a little snug. I mean, it was tight all night, but you know, that's my best handling, is when it's tight like that.
Corey, now I picked you to win the race at the beginning of the night. Then I had you in the owner of my race team. So
yeah.
But what I want to know is how were you able to just be able to pull away from the field like that? I mean, we all know that that they were able to pull a draft. Was it them just fighting hard and you were able to pull away, or was your truck just handling that much better than everybody else's?
You know, I think it is just the way I was hitting my line, and if you were a little bit off and you got on the apron and that sort of thing, it's about trying to hold your line down there to where you can get a run off the corner, and that's what some guys struggle with at this racetrack, I've noticed. And it's a fine line. It's a very fine line track, and you've got to be real. I mean, my hands at one part during that real long run, they were getting, because I had to be so straight on the wheel to make sure I wasn't making any mistakes. So I just think it's just a fine line, and you just got to make sure that you're not hitting the apron, and you're not you know, getting off up. You got to make sure you let off enough to not get in the wall off the corner. So I mean, that's basically all how I can explain it.
Well, you did a heck of a job, Corey. And if I heard correctly, you were last season's, or was it last year's champion? How long have you been racing with the TRRL?
I've raced since their first season on iRacing, and we actually started this league on PS3, and we brought it back. So I thought that's a pretty cool fact for you guys. But yeah, we started on PS3. I actually made it. I actually started it with Bucky. A lot of people don't know that, but I started it with Bucky, and you know, I race over in Hardline normally on Friday nights, and he moved his start time back, so I wasn't able to make the races now. But Hardline was off tonight, so I was able to come in here and race tonight, and it'll be Charlotte, my best track. So I'm really happy to come in here and get a win.
Well, that's awesome, buddy. Welcome back, and congratulations on the championship there. And that is really cool that you guys have been sticking around there, you know, together for that long. That's really cool to see, and that's what the whole racing community is about. You know, it's not just on iRacing; it's on all the platforms. So, as it's customary here at Racing for a Cause, is there anybody out there you want to thank, bud?
Yeah, I want to thank you all for the broadcast. You do a great job, and of course, Sport Graphic, sportgraphicdesign.com, paint schemes, and I'm actually finishing some paint schemes right now in the process of that. So I got a couple more requests I'm taking care of, and we got a request form on the website there for you. You can do that. And also want to thank Keys Architects and Associates. And I don't have them on my truck tonight, but I want to thank StarTech and Bucky Burt Media, and just, you know, I want to thank Bucky for getting these races broadcasted, and you guys are doing a great job, so appreciate that.
Well, excellent, sir. Thank you very much, and we appreciate you guys, and you know, you guys put on a heck of a show. And let me tell you, as a beginner painter, I'm nowhere near even close to you. I can tell you that I watch a lot of your paints and see them, and you do one heck of a job, so congratulations with that also.
I appreciate that, sir, very much.
That's Corey Blevins, guys, the number 24 truck. Your winner tonight, after stating very clearly that this was his favorite track. Corey Blevins, the 24 truck. Your winner tonight. And I want to thank you all for coming out and watching. Hey, if you haven't done it yet, please feel free. Hit that subscribe button. Hit us a thumbs up. Give us a thumbs down if you don't like it, but at least tell us why. We do appreciate the feedback. Rip, Junior, Greeny, it was a great race, man. Any closing thoughts?
Oh, all I really want to say, Chris, is thank you to everybody that comes out to these broadcasts. You know, Friday nights with the Thunder Road Racing League, Monday nights and Wednesday nights with us over at Racing for a Cause. You know, the viewers are great. It was great to see some normal names that we see week in and week out, and you know, we really do appreciate, you know, we say it a lot and it's kind of cliche, but we appreciate all the viewers that come out here and watch, and Bucky for getting a hold of us and asking us to broadcast, because I can tell you right now, I have fun on Mondays, I have fun on Wednesdays, and ending the week here with the Thunder Road Racing League is just awesome. So thank you all.
This was a great race, a lot of action. It was definitely a lot of fun. It was great to see a lot of the trucks coming from the back to the front. Excited to see them at the Rock next weekend.
And that's just about enough to do it. Again, I want to thank Junior, Greeny, all the drivers at TRRL. Have a very good Friday night, guys. Get out there and enjoy it. Thank you very much for coming out and watching Racing for a Cause TV. We look forward to doing it again next Monday, Wednesday, and Friday night. Have a great night, everybody.